All right, we are taking a look at our slope here. All right, go ahead and say hello. All right. Looks like grandma. I hope this is not an example of your grandmother. All right, we are finalizing. If it is, I sure hope she has one of those little call buttons. All right.
Help me, I'm falling and I can't get up.
All right. So as we look at this, we are finalizing what you just learned about slope, and I want to draw your attention to 4 different situations of slope. All right. First off, we've got this version right here. We always read our situations from left to right. All right. That's what we're looking at. Always left to right, just like a book. And in our first situation, we see a man or a grandmother, man with a mullet or grandmother with a mullet, all right, walking up a hill. Things are looking up. Things are getting better in life. Things are getting positive, right? She still has the ability to walk, all right? And so on and so forth. Things are positive, all right? Things are looking up. So the slope would also be a positive slope, going up from left to right. Looking in the next situation, she seems to reach the top right here, but then she seems to tumble down, all right, our hill, and she probably hurts herself along the way because now we're going downhill, all right, and things are negative. All right, again, reading it from left to right, things are going down. They're getting worse. If you've ever seen the movie with Michael Douglas called Falling Down, it is rated R, so get your parents' permission first. But if you have seen it, things just start off with one tiny thing, and it's like the worst bad day ever that leads to the decisions that he makes that day and what happens and how he goes about fixing things. All right, great movie, but again, rated R, so watch it with your parents or get their permission first. All right, but things are falling down. It's negative. It is a bad turn of events. As you can see, Granny really hurt herself right here. She smacked into the pavement, cracking it all over the place there. Ouch, that really hurts as she looks at that. All right, and then you wonder, did she break her neck? Well, either way, either she's hurting, broken neck, but she's now paralyzed. All right, and so she decides, I'm not going to go uphill. I'm not going to go downhill anymore because uphill's too much work, and downhill, well, it's way too dangerous, especially now with a wheelchair, as the brakes might not work. All right, and so she's just going to stay on flat ground, and she's going to continue to wheel her wheelchair thinking nothing bad can happen. And that's okay. She's going to be on a 0 slope. This is known as a 0 slope. You cannot say no slope because the next one is no slope. This is 0 slope. 0 is what is in between. If we have a number line, all right, we draw ourselves a number line, and I've got 0. I've got negative on one side, positive on the other side. 0 is right in the middle of those. That's why this is a 0 slope. It's neither positive, it's neither positive up nor negative down. It is 0. Known in our fraction as we look at our change in y over our change in x, we see here that our change in y is 0, going up 0, down 0. The height does not change. It's 0 over x. All right, and any change in x, no matter what it is, anything that you put in that denominator with a 0 up top reduces to 0. All right, 0 divided by any number is still 0. This is why it's a 0 slope. And then our final one, our fourth situation. Poor old Granny has now reached the end, and it might be the actual end at this point, because Granny goes off and plummets to her death. All right, and you never know what's down below. All right, there could be a series of spikes. All right,
Where's the blood and guts?
the pit of despair. All right, for those of you that know Princess Bride. All right. So she is falling down, and nothing good is going to happen to this, all right, because there is no longer any ground. There is no ground here. We've got ourselves a vertical situation here, all right, a vertical line where there's no ground to stand on. There is no gradient of the ground, meaning no slope of the ground. That's why we call it no slope. All right, there is no ground. And we also refer to this as mathematically undefined. That's what you'll see the words for, undefined, when there is no slope. The reason it's undefined and there is no slope is because our slope is always our change in y over our change in x. And when we do this, the change in x is now 0. Can you ever have 0 in the denominator of a fraction? No, it's one of the great impossibilities of mathematics. Only Chuck Norris can put a 0 in the denominator. And therefore, this here, no matter what your value is of y, no matter what the change in y is, if it's over 0, it does not exist, and therefore it's undefined. We use this nice little symbol here. Remember that symbol means null. All right, that symbol means null in this case, meaning no slope. We've seen it before when we had no solution, which is why I specified that that symbol does not in and of itself mean no solution. It means null or nothing to report, nothing there. And that's why there is no slope and undefined slope. So these are our 4 different types. It's important for you to recognize this because when you're determining the slope, you will have to know, is it positive, negative, 0, or no slope? A lot of students will go to graph a line, and they can double check if they graphed it the right direction because they can see if their slope is going up or down or 0 or no slope, and they can verify that they did it right.